So if you look at the World Wide Web or links or URL links in the internet, and there are over 3 billion documents. So a robot collects all the URL found in the document and follows them recursively. So this is what is expected in a random network, and that's what we get in the real network. So this is P out K, and this is the K. Okay. So this is expected from the random network, and this is what we get in the real network. This paper was published by Albert Jeong and Barabasi in Nature in 1999 about scale-free property. So as far as scale-free property is concerned, Barabasi is the pioneer in this. So what they have done, so based on that, if you can see, compare the int degree distribution, this is the distribution of int degree, and this is the distribution of out degree in that particular network. Now the difference, there is a basic difference between exponential distribution and power law distribution. Power law distribution is always high above a certain x value. It is always higher than the exponential distribution. And the difference becomes more obvious if you plot them on long vertical scale. For large x, there is an order of magnitude differences between the two functions. Now, what is the, if you want to compare these two networks, if you compare, this is the rail network of US. Okay? This is the rail network of US, where all the cities are connected by a rail network. Okay? And this network looks to be random. This looks to be random. Whereas, if you see this scale-free network, it's like a airport network. So, airport network, you can find that there are certain hubs are there from where most of the connections are emerging. You know, like if you compare from here, because it's very difficult to see the city here. If I see, for example, if you see Chicago, Chicago is here. But this is, you see, most of the airports are connected with Chicago. Similarly, here Philadelphia is there, then Washington is there. All are highly connected. It means that the airport network looks like a scale-free network, whereas the rail network of the US looks like an exponential network. It's not a scale-free. And if you see the distribution will be like this, but power law distribution will be like this, as I have told you. If you see the bell curve, is the number of nodes with k links, and this is the number of links, that is k. So in a simplified way, this is explained. This is the number of links k, this is the number of nodes with k links, and this shows the distribution of, which is a bell-shaped curve. So here most nodes have same number of links, and there is no highly connected nodes in case of random network. But in case of power law distribution, what happened? Number of nodes with k links and number of links k, and you can find that here the number of connections are less for the nodes, and slowly it starts increasing, and now it is more. These are the hub nodes with large number of links. Here you can find maximum number of links. So the power law distribution goes like this normally. Okay, and this is not a log-log plot. If log-log plot will be there, that will be straight line. This is the rail network, and this is what airport network of the US. So how to define the network with power law? So in simple words, we can say that network with the power law TEL in their degree distribution are called scale-free network. So you can see here, this is a TEL. This TEL is known as power law TEL. And you have more number of connected nodes. This is called power law TEL. Okay. This is called power law TEL. So you can see here also. You can see this is the power law TEL. Now, so we have defined it. The network with power law TEL in their degree distribution are called scale-free networks. But name comes from critical phenomenon and scale invariant phenomenon that I am not going into detail now. Just you have the idea that the networks with power law TEL in their degree distribution are called scale-free network. Now we'll go for the universality. So if you see internet connections, you will find this kind of distribution. So this is a straight line, and both x-axis and y-axis are on log scale. This shows the beautiful picture showing the scale-free network, where the more brightening one are the nodes, which is highly connected one. And if you see science citation index of many papers, you will find that here the pK, that what I told, the formula for this power law distribution is pK approximate k to the power minus gamma, and gamma is here about 3. Okay. Okay. So if you see the science co-authorship, here the notes are scientists and links are joint publication by the scientists. You will find that most of them are following power law distribution. Here also. Here this is for maths, this is for neuroscience. Even for online communities, notes are the online user and links are the email contact. You will also find the same pattern here. So all distributions show a fractal behavior, and there are orders of magnitude spread in the degrees. Okay. So these are different sources. Now, if you see the biological system, we have a genome, and from the genome, the protein-gene interaction is always going on. This is the proteome. So proteome and genome is interacting. And also we have a protein-protein interaction among themselves, which in turn affects the metabolism or overall biochemical reactions going inside the body. So this is the cake pathway, overall biochemical pathway present in your body. If you see all the pathways, you will find that the metabolic network, there is a called metabolic network. If you look at different organisms, like this is Archaea, A. fulgidus, this is E. coli, which is the bacteria, and C. elegans is the eukaryote. If you see the in and out in the metabolic network, you will find that the pattern or this shows the power law distribution. So you will find the power law distribution in all the cases. And here the organism from all three domains are the scale free. So one common factor we can find, either they are coming from archaea or coming from bacteria or coming from eukaryote, they have scale free distribution. Okay. And here the value of in is 2.2 and out is also 2.2. This is what I have already shown to you. This is the proteome, which shows the protein-protein interaction, which in turn regulates the metabolic reactions. Now, if you see the East protein-protein interaction network, this paper was also published in Nature by Barabasi and his group in 2001. So, what they do, you can find here that this is the network, and the nodes here are the proteins, and links are the physical interaction binding links. And you can find here that this is the scale free distribution based on the data. If you see the distribution of C. elegans network, C. elegans look like this, okay? And the Drosophila network looks like this. And these two networks were published in Science in 2004, and this Drosophila network published in Science in 2003. Now, if you look at the human interaction network, which is based on 2,800 is2 hybrid interactions and also other interactions, and they found that this interaction also follows the power law distribution, and this paper was published in Nature and as well as Cell. This is the actor network. If you see the Hollywood actors and how they are connected with each other, so you will find that this here gamma is 2.3. So this also shows the similar distribution. So let us talk about scale-free network. So scale-free network is everywhere in the real world, starting from World Wide Web, Internet, electronic circuits, computer software, movie actors, co-authorship network, and etc. etc. Now, if you find the universality again, you can see here, this is the size of the network, this is the average K of the network, and this is gamma out and gamma in. So separately, the gamma values were calculated for each network, and this is K. So universality means the exponent are the same for different systems. They are independent of detail. So means exponent, what you are getting, the exponent, if you see even for internet and World Wide Web is 2.45, internet router 2.48, co-authorship is less 1.2, again co-author maths 2.5. Like that, we have different kind of networks, and the networks vary from system to system. So first thing, what we are finding that it is a universal one. So exponent are same for the different systems, whether it's come from social system or come from biological system, the exponent will be same. But they are independent of the details. Networks, the exponent vary from system to system, and most are between 2 and 3. So you will find that this gamma is between 2 to 3. The emergence of common features across different networks, like scale-free property. So even we can get, this is a universal feature, we can get a scale-free expression at different level. Okay. You can also find some divergence in the scale-free network. You remember yesterday we were talking about random graphs that have a tree-like topology with almost constant node degrees, and based on that we can estimate many things. Now, if you see distances in a scale-free network, if gamma is 2, the size of the weakest stub is the order of O(n). Most nodes can be connected within 2 layers of it. The average path length will be independent of the system size. If the gamma is between 2 to 3, which is the normal phenomenon, the average path length increases slower than logarithmically. In the random network, all nodes have comparable degree. Thus, most paths have comparable degree. In scale-free network, the vast majority of paths go through few high degree halves, reducing the distances between the nodes. Then, if it is gamma is 3, this is where it derived from. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is more than 3. So this also sometimes found. And if it is more than 3, it shows the small world property like a random network. Whereas if it is a scale-free network, it will show the ultra small world property. Now you see this scale. If you see this scale, you have gamma starts from 1, this is gamma 2, this is gamma 3, and so on. Now you can find that many networks, like metabolic network in biology, also come within this range, 2 to 3. And this range from 1 to 3 shows ultra small world behavior up to 3. But when it exceeds 3, it shows the small world property like a random network. If the gamma is between 1 to 2, you will find a lot of anomalies. Okay? Means it's not a normal network. Even some cancer tissue also, it has been observed that gamma is less than 2. So we can expect some anomalies here. But when it is between 2 to 3, it shows the scale-free behavior. And when it goes beyond gamma, when the value of gamma goes beyond 3, it behaves like a random network. Okay. So the most exponents is in this regime where there is a scale-free behavior. Okay. And another point is you can see this is a degree distribution of human interaction network, all the proteins present in human. And here you can get the raw data. This is raw data, this is log bin data, this is the cumulative plot. And so this is the overall topology of a protein network. I think this I have already explained to you. So this diagram, if you remember, you will remember so many things about the scale-free network. Okay. Now I will show the material which I am going to share with you, because all the slides are taken from them. Yeah, so now you can see this. Okay. So you can see here that this is the topology of WWW. Power law in a scale-free network is explained here. And so try to understand the biology within it. Don't go much inside the mathematics, because our purpose is here is to understand the biology. Okay, so just you have the fundamental knowledge about the equations. That's all. Don't go for much derivation. These articles are written by Barabasi, and Barabasi himself is a physicist. So his main focus is on physics of the subject. Okay, but our goal is to understanding the biology of the subject. So we are more focused for biology rather than physics. We just use physics as a tool here. So you can read these chapters and make your notes from these chapters. Yeah, I'm sharing this with the classroom. Okay, check your classroom. I've shared. Okay, so go through the topics, and if you have any queries, you can ask me later also. Today Amal is absent. I think Arnab is present. Bablu is present. Chandan is present. Chandni is present. Divya is present. Hima is present. Matangi is present. Megha is present. Rasi is present. Nishi Pravakar is present. Sadia is absent. Satish is present. Subhash is present. Subhash is present. Devanand is present. And Vishal is present. So if you have any questions, you can ask me before I close today. The classes are not very big. It's a very small one. Because I just need to talk concepts. I don't talk because if your concept is clear, I think you can elaborate your knowledge. Most fundamental thing is the concept in the subject. So that's why I wanted to clear that what is scale-free network and where you will find scale-free networks and what are the properties of a scale-free network. Okay, so go through the material I have shared with you, and we will discuss further topics in the next class. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.